Welcome to the Pet Photographers Club with your hosts, Caitlin and Kirsty. Now on to the show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Season 11, Episode 11 of the Pet Photographers Club podcast. We're very excited to be chatting with the winner of the 2021 International Pet Photographer of the Year Awards today. It's Veronika Sandorova. She's a beautiful photographer from Slovakia. We were absolutely blown away by her images. She's actually been a long-time member of the Pet Photographers Club and previously won the Members Award. So, yeah, really excited to finally chat with Veronika and find out all about her pet photography journey, her inspiration, a bit about her process, and have a look at those beautiful images. Thank you for joining us, Veronika.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yay! So I think what I mean, we know a little bit about your backstory and that you fell in love with pet photography from your own dogs. But for anyone who doesn't know sort of how you started out and how long you've been shooting, that kind of thing, do you want to give us a little bit of an insight into your journey as a pet photographer?
Well, I breathe and live for dogs, so adventure, books, and photography, of course. So it was so easy for me to just start doing what I love, to capture everything around me and capture dogs because they are like everywhere around me. I always was near the dogs, so it was so easy to start with that. And I really loved that my journey takes me here. Mm-hmm. I'm a full-time photographer now, and I'm happy. And I started, like you said, I started with my own dogs. Then I started photograph like dogs of my friends, and then I just was like, it's a really good job. I should start doing it like full-time, like I really enjoying it, and I love to capture that love of our pets, and I just started doing it with everything I have, mm-hmm. all my heart, all my soul, and I just begins my journey.
When did you work out that you could start charging for this amazing work that you were doing? And did you have some inspiration behind you there? Because you must be one of the very first pet photographers in Slovakia, right?
That's not completely true. We already have some girls with a lot of more experience than me. I started with a different approach, I think. Something different than they do. They started a little bit earlier than me, maybe 2-3 years. And I just came here like, yeah, that's me. And I'm going to do exactly what you do, but in a different way.
Yep. So how would you describe your approach to pet photography?
Well, I'm putting the dog at the spotlight, not an owner or anything else, just the dog. It's whole experience about the dog photography, but I want my clients to have the experience from that photo shoot. It's not just like we go outside of the car and just take some pictures. I want them to enjoy themselves, enjoy the walk, to know each other, mm-hmm. It's beautiful time. And I think my competitors don't do that exactly. They are just like machines, like, okay, we are here and now we are going to take some pictures and okay, half an hour later we finished, so let's go back home. And I don't know, I have different approach. I trying to get to know them, trying to know their bond between them and their dogs, so that photos will be more emotional.
There is so much emotions that you capture in your photography. I've got this is a video episode for anyone listening to the audio version, so recommend watching the video one so you can have a look at the beautiful photographs that we're talking about. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of soul in the photos that you capture. And so you mentioned it's more about the experience. Are you not putting a time limit on the session? Like, what does the session look like for you with the client?
Well, At first, we go to a walk, 30 minutes walk. They introduced themselves. I see how they react to their dogs. How they play with their dog or something. Just I see them with their dog, and I know what I want to capture. I know what will be that special for them to have captured in that photos. That emotion, that their story behind everything. So it's just me get to know them, so I can give them everything from the photo shoot. And then it's just playful photo shoot. I let the dog jump over and run over, and it's just like, okay, so now we can just put the dog there, and we will see what it will look like.
Yeah.
Maybe it will be something, maybe no, but we will see.
So who chooses the location, Veronika? You choose the location or the client?
Always me. I put a lot of effort to scout everything, every location, so every environment will be just perfect, unique and perfect, and every dog will have the best time there.
How many sessions are you doing, I don't know, per month that you're putting in this much time for location scouting?
Currently, I have 10 sessions per month, but
Wow.
I'm thinking to lower it to 5 because I'm really swamped.
Yeah. You mentioned before we hit record that you've had to pause taking bookings just so you can catch up on all the editing from last year. So, yeah, 10 per month.
I doubled my prices because of Business Foundation, so now I can have lower.
Oh, awesome! I didn't realize that. Did you do the Foundations Challenge with Kirsty?
Yeah, I did, and it was awesome.
This was not planned, you guys. I had no idea she was going to say that. But yeah, Veronika did join us, and it was very impressive to see that a lot of people, but definitely Veronika in particular, were there every single week. And when you're able to make it every single week, or at least watch the replay every single week, and I think you really get the most out of it. So you just mentioned you've put up your prices since the challenge, Veronika. So that's starting from this year, is it, that your new prices come into effect?
Yes.
Awesome.
I try to implement everything, or maybe almost everything, because it's hard to implement, start with everything what we learned, because it was like, oh my God, so many information. But I'm currently working on a new website, as you may notice.
I saw that you've got it coming soon up on the website.
Yeah. So I'm starting with that. Then I double my prices, and also I'm starting to sell the products.
I'm so excited to hear that, because your work is amazing, as everybody will know from watching this episode or having a look at the awards from last year. I mean, your work just comes off the wall if it was printed, and I think it would look just absolutely amazing as a printed product. Such a shame that people are receiving a digital and then they don't know what to do with it. So I'm so excited to hear. Oh my God, this image is one of my favorite images ever, by the way.
Let's dive into those images, because I've got them up on the screen now, the 4 photos that you entered for the international awards last year. Just stunning. Now, I'm guessing, because I'm spotting 2 border collies straight up the bat, are those 2 your dogs?
Yes, this is
Right.
Jetta, and the other one jumping over that chlorophyll, that's Nabu.
Awesome. So talk us through these sorts of really creative portraits that you're taking of your own dogs. Are you making time to do a lot of sort of portfolio creative stuff with your own dogs, or is it more client work that you're doing now, and how do you continue to make time to do the award-winning stuff?
I try to have a balance between clients' photo shoots and my own photo shoots. Photography for me is like therapy, or it's hygiene, psycho-hygiene. I sometimes need to focus on my own vision, on my own thoughts, to get out just through the lens, through the camera. So Yes, I do a lot of portfolio photo shoots with my own dogs because it's easier. I know what to expect from them. They have a hard job to do that because I'm very demanding, and you don't. I can't be like that with clients. With clients, it has to be swift. It has to be easy.
Yeah.
It's
You can't go again with.
Yeah. I can't. It can't be like that. It's not perfect. Can we do it just once again? No, but with my own dogs, I can be like, no, again. So yeah, they are like in military, I think.
I think it's interesting. In season 11, episode 3, we did a panel discussion with some of the winners of the categories, the individual categories for the awards. And all 3 of them, their award-winning images were shot with their own pets. And so we're having an interesting discussion about, I wonder how many of the photos that end up going far are the sort of photos that we've taken the time to take with our own pets. Now, I know not all of the ones that you entered were, I assume, because we've got that beautiful one in the pets and the people category with a little baby and 2 dogs. So what's the story behind this one?
Well, this was client photo shoot. They are very, very lovely family. They have like, I think, 5 Pyrenean Mastiff dogs. And this is like their firstborn son. It's special for them. They have like really strong bond with their dogs, and they wanted to do something special. Like, this is our son and we love our dogs, and just look at it. And I think there's emotion everywhere because it was so nice. It was like we put him there and he was really second. He just reached for the dog and he smiled. And I was so proud of myself that I captured it because it was so fast and it was so nice. And so I know that this picture will be perfect for this competition, of course. But I also know that this picture will, just for the clients, it will be everything. Just speechless, emotional memory of their lovely son with their lovely dogs.
So, Veronika, can you talk us through how this happened? I know you just mentioned like the actual moment, but I mean, clearly you've posed the sun beautifully. I mean, you can see that in your framing. So what did it look like step by step before the moment where he reached up and grabbed onto one of the dogs?
Well, it was hard because that dog's like 90 kilograms, like huge dogs, and position them, it's awful. It was like we put them down, like just lay down. And there was like, we don't want to lay down. We just want to go there. And we, no, you have to lay down. You have to stay here in this exact spot. Don't move. So it was hard. But afterward, we put the baby there. They wanted to interact with that baby. They wanted to go there to lick his face, like, be there, be present. So after that, it was easy because we put the sun at the header and they just did this.
Mm-hmm. So if we backstep a little bit, I mean, you've scouted this location then and you found something with these, is it wildflowers actually?
It's Heatherfield. Like I said, I always count my location. I have like a lot of location with pine forest, like with flowers, and this is Heatherfield. So it's wild, Heatherfield, yeah. And my client was like, we wanted something special. We wanted something unique. We wanted, I don't know what. And I was like, I have the perfect place for you right now. The heather is in blooming, so we need to go there and take pictures in this beautiful field. So.
Okay, so you've picked this location, and at this point, do you have a vision that you're wanting, like the baby sitting? Because you obviously took a prop with you because there was a cushion or something there, I think.
Scarf, it was scarf, so just.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not always. I'm like, my work is very chaotic, I would say, because I'm here in that moment, just I feel everything what I have to feel in that location. So I was like, yeah, I have something in my mind, but I don't think it was like this. We just wanted to do something with the child and dogs, and we didn't know what. And I was like, let's try this. Maybe it will be good, maybe not, but let's try it. We will see. And the child was amazing because he doesn't cry. All the time we were being there, there was no cry, I think. Not even once.
Did you have all 5 dogs there for that session?
I think they bring just 4.
Was that all? So in a typical session for you with clients, how many photos would you usually be creating?
It depends. Sometimes there's 100 photos. Sometimes there are just 70. It depends on how many dogs are there on the photo shoot, and also if I'm taking pictures with dogs and their owner, it increases the amount of the photos. So it really depends, but I think I'm always around 100.
Okay, because it's a really beautiful post-processing style that you have, but it looks time-consuming. So is this the level of post-production that you're doing on every image that you're delivering?
Well, I offer packages. So every client picks their package, like medium, small, something like that. And I do preview gallery for them, and they will pick exact pictures, and I edit just the pictures. As you said, it's really time consuming, and I'm really happy when my clients pick 20 images. It's like, oh my God, they really love my work. It's so nice. But then I have to edit 20 images.
With that in mind, you've got 100 images that you're showing them that are raw images. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then you're editing only the purchased images, which can range up to 20, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
It's such a beautiful, creamy edit. And then you've got some really creative work that you entered in the open category. Would love to hear the story behind this one. So it's a self-portrait of you with both your dogs climbing up a ladder above the clouds. What was the inspiration and the process behind this one?
Well, it was artistic installation in middle of the field, just ladder to the clouds. And I was like, oh my God, when I saw that picture that someone did this, I was like, oh my God, I have to try one of my crazy ideas there. We just jump in the car, drove there, and make this happen. So this was planned.
So whoa. This was somebody else's art installation?
Yeah, on Instagram there's you can so there that it's artistic installation just in middle of the field.
Cool. Okay. And so you've seen that there's this art installation online. You've got this inspiration. So you've gone there with your dogs. And I'm guessing a tripod, or did you have somebody else release a shutter?
Yeah, my boyfriend.
Yeah, perfect. That still counts self-portrait. You still have to set it all up and everything. We all do that. All right, so you've set it all up. And then how many takes did it get to get that shot? I mean, it must have been a lot.
No, it was really easy because my dog's for example, Jada, she was already in the middle of the ladder. Yeah, she's crazy. So I just jumped there with her, and we put Nabu somewhere between us. So it was easy like that, and I think it take just few images. That's the letter.
I'm playing the behind the scenes one now. It's so gosh, you're really good at location scouting.
Yeah. I'm really crazy. So I need to always scouting something. You can see Jada is already up there, and Nabu, she's like little bear, so we
It's so creative, so amazing. So, I mean, obviously your dogs are really quite well trained. What do you do when you have clients' dogs who aren't ready to pose on top of a ladder, for example? Do you have, all sorts that you're working with, presumably? And then how do you still create the really creative work that you specialize in when you're dealing with someone that might have no dog training at all?
Well, it's harder, I think, when some dog is not well trained, but I'm letting it be, just if that dog doesn't know how to sit pretty or how to just wait. So I don't know, I don't press, it's like, okay, so your dog is not well trained, whatever. We can still have a great time. We still can capture something unique, something special. There is always time when that dog will do what I want. It's like we can try it like, okay, you run free, have the best life, best day ever. And now just, okay, come here, sit, and 1, 2, 3, and I got that picture. I don't like to pressure dogs to do something what I want, what I have in mind. It's still for me to have candid photos, just be in that moment. It's not so hard to just wait, to be patient. You can get what you want, just maybe not in that second. So you have to wait a little bit longer. You have to try something different. Maybe you want a dog to lay down on some branch or something, or moss, just head down. And most dogs don't know how to put their head down on the ground. And owners like, we can push the head down. No, oh my God, no. We want something different. I want the dog to enjoy this photo shoot. I don't want to have anything like, as I said, no pressure. Just we will see. Maybe it will go there, maybe not. But we have to try it maybe some different way or something. Or maybe at that process, I will think of something else, something similar. Because sometimes client wants this exact picture. And I'm like, okay, but your dog doesn't know how to do it. So we need to refocus, do something different, maybe something similar, but not the same, because I always thinking about the dog.
Do you find, Veronika, that these clients who come to you and say, like, I want this kind of shot, in the end, even if you don't have a shot that's like that, they're still always like completely wrapped with the images that you do get? It's just that they don't have the same vision as us. And so all they can do is say, I want something that looks like that.
Yeah, of course, clients, they always have like, oh my God, I love that sunny weather. Like, oh my God, that sun there is so amazing. When we put the dog there, it will be so nice. And no, it won't be nice. It will be terrific because that sun and you have white dog. Oh my God, white dog on sun, no. So I try to... explaining my vision to them. Sometimes it works, sometimes not. Sometimes that client is really stubborn, more stubborn than me, but yeah.
I think that's a good lesson though, isn't it? That you have to find a balance, Sometimes you can just kind of please them by taking the one shot just to entertain them, even though they won't buy it. So you just take it, you make it kind of spend enough time that they're satisfied, but not too much. And then you stick to what you know. And in the end, it's okay. They're going to buy the images that are the most beautiful, even if it's not that shot that they had in mind, because there'll be something else that they want. So in the end, you just got to find that balance, don't you?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like that.
Well, Veronika, it's been so beautiful chatting to you and long-time fan of your beautiful, beautiful work. So thank you again for entering the awards. It's lovely to see your photos keep popping up, and thanks for being a member for so long too.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us today, Veronika, and we look forward to following your work and probably seeing some images into this year's awards too. For those of you that listen, just before we wrap up, by the way, awards will open again on the 1st of May. We've already been getting a bunch of emails and Instagram messages asking us when awards open. So yeah, pop that in your calendar, 1st of May. There will also be another peer review, just like we did last year. So keep an eye on your emails for that. But yeah, we look forward to seeing lots of entries this year, like the previous years, including your work coming through again, Veronika, even if we don't know whose it is until afterwards. But yeah, it's always nice to see a whole range coming through.
And if you do want to check out Veronika's work, as we said in this interview, her website is under construction now, but we will have a link to that under construction website, and we'll pop her award-winning photos so you can have a look at the images that we've been chatting about and her Instagram page and all the good things. If you head over to the petphotographersclub.com/podcast/1111 for season 11, episode 11, you'll have all the links to that there. All right. See you guys.
Bye. Thanks for joining us.